Hi guys. I think I'm wearing out my voice. Oh, I'm gonna try to keep it short. I say that every time, don't I? Forgive me if you can't hear me too well. It's 3:43 in the morning. Um, Once again, I'm not able to sleep. This will probably be the third day in a row where I'll slam down 2.5 hours if I'm lucky. And the cold that has been trying to take a hold for the past month and a half has finally kicked in. Today was a clincher, which, I'll be happy to go ahead and have the cold and get out of the way. I'm sick of the symptoms and not actually having the freaking cold. Once it gets here, it does whatever it needs to do and goes away again, I'll be content. Um, Cold also explains the insomnia. A heck of a lot better than seasonal depression, believe it or not. Seasonal depression contributes, but whenever I'm sick, the first thing I want to do is get up and clean. So, yeah, I know that makes absolutely no sense. But, thusly, I'm here at 3:44 doing a post that I probably could have typed, but since I ramble too much either way and I'm feeling lazy, you get a Vidpost instead. The other shoe finally dropped. Third time is a charm. You remember me chatting to you about this, Laura. Oh, third time's always a charm, and I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop. It did today. It seems that the school hasn't been very effective in informing us about what's going on with Ronan after we've had a meeting, stressing that if the kid twitches funny, we want to hear about it. I'm pretty sure I've posted, he's been having odd behavior here at home. I mean, coming home just acting like a spoiled brat, and we don't have television. The shows we watch, there's like nothing that, there's no spoiled, rich, entitled brats on the shows that we watch, so we have no idea where he was getting this from. Hubby and I completely examined our household, our behaviors. Has anything changed? Only thing that's changed is hubby's now got a job and the stress levels have actually dropped. I mean, we're still broke. We're still going to manage like a present apiece, and that'll be pushing it for the boyos, though. I have to say, even with Ronan's whole self-entitled, I can get whatever I want whenever I want act that he's been pulling for the last month, that we thought was an isolated problem here at home, he really doesn't care. That boy's happy with just about anything. Yeah, the whole self-entitled thing is just hilarious. We've been trying to nip that in the bud and curb that behavior, because we don't have much, and even if we did, he knows. Presents are birthday, Christmas. Rewards are extra cookie or extra 15 minutes up if you've been exceptionally fantastic, but we expect you to be good. We expect you to behave. We expect you to follow rules, spoken and unspoken. You know what they are. Well, it seems that at school, he has been acting out for the last month. They never bothered to say anything until today, which was the last day of school. Two teachers called me, one of whom is irrelevant, nobody knows why she called, and the other teacher, and I spoke with both of them, is his regular teacher, and they weren't happy when I told them that, we've been having problems, but of a completely different sort, and the only thing we can rattle down is there is no way he's getting that behavior here. The friends that he plays with are the same friends that he's played with for the last year, and we monitor everybody very carefully, so we know the problem is not from here. The problem is likely on your end. What you'll want to do is check to see who he's friends with. If his overall routine has not changed, you may want to check who he's friends with, and if you had told us about this earlier in the month, we probably could have caught it. Now you're throwing around words like school psychologist and blah blah blah, and this is the first that I'm hearing about it. So, needless to say, my reaction was not appreciative. And my next reaction was to call the school counselor. We have a good rapport with school counselor. I mean, I literally just spoke to the lady 2 days ago because I trust her, and, you know, and she and I do have a good rapport. And hubby actually tolerates her, which is, you know, a whole different ball game. He actually goes, well, at least she's competent, which is a compliment, trust me. Um, she seems intelligent, she seems competent. That's an endorsement. So I just spoke with her like a couple of days ago, arranging Ronan taking the bus in the afternoons. I asked her what's going on. She said, I don't know. She said, this is the first I've heard of it, and she was like, and you know, if I was aware of this, that I would call you. You do know this. And I'm like, yeah. So she and I discussed our situation here at home, what we've been dealing with, and the behavior that Ron's been displaying at school. It's two different types of behavior. Here at home, he's been aggressive verbally about entitlement issues. Like yesterday, he flat out said, can I have a television in my room? I'm like, okay, number one, where'd you get that idea? Number two, no. So I said, very specific. And she said she's noticed some of that too, you know, mentions of Toys R Us and this, that, and that. I'm like, well, we don't do that. We can't afford that. And she's like, nobody can afford that. I'm like, the only thing I can think is, you know, it's somewhere in school. The more she and I talked, the more we rattled it down. And she was like, well, it's standard. I said, I know, to ask if there's something different at home. But nothing's changed here in the past month to warrant this behavior. She and I rattled it down, and it's got to be something at the school, and most likely with the children he's hanging out with. Ronan is, I don't want to say easily led, but if he finds you dazzling, he can be easily influenced. And any kid who is intelligent will use this to their advantage. And once, of course, Ronan gets hold of an idea, it's hard to break him of that idea. But he's showing self-entitlement at home and aggression there. Both of which, when the counselor heard about it, surprised her. The Ronan they have at school is, you know, is very happy, very sociable, extremely friendly. And supposedly this is not the behavior they've been seeing for the past month. So everybody's like, okay, unusual behavior. I'm like, okay, start looking at a circle of influence. Nothing's different here. And we're getting two different displays of behavior. One is a leftover byproduct of the aggression, and one is just flat-out aggression. And there has to be some type of influence. The stuff Ronan could not come up. I mean, I love him. He's highly intelligent. He's sharp. But Ronan cannot come up with the stuff on his own. So, battle plans when school comes back online. They're talking about sending him to a psychologist. I'm talking about a lot changes in 2 weeks. And where were you a month ago? So, the other shoe, it dropped. And me and the counselor had a nice talk about it. We talked so long, I almost missed grabbing Ronan at the bus stop. And I mean, I have to walk all the way from the back of the complex all the way to the front. The wind was terrible. I didn't anticipate it because it was kind of warm this morning, though it was raining. So me and the littlest bitty, I mean, I like rushed to get him dressed, step out. Oh, that wind cuts. I literally, I mean, he was like getting tossed around because it was so windy here. So I picked him up and practically ran to the bus stop just in time to see the bus pull up. I'm like, oh my God. The walk home was fun because the wind was like literally blowing us along, which the baby thought was hilarious. I guess I kind of laughed too. I mean, if I was that small, it would be twice as hilarious. But, oh my God. I got home, my throat and ears were killing me, and I'm like, here comes the cold. Which, seasonal depression and cold explains the reason why the Muse isn't in Tijuana. She's here. I keep jotting down ideas, and, oh, that's a fantastic, you know, idea. I'll go ahead and I'll mark that down. I have 6 fictions, not even in my work in progress folder. I mean, sitting in my documents folder, ready to go at any point in time. And she keeps feeding me wonderful tidbits, and I keep like going to the bottom of the fictions and adding these notes in, which means she's definitely here. But seasonal depression makes it hard to think to begin with, and usually she takes off for Tijuana or wherever it is she goes. Barbados does sound good, you know, because of the rum. Uh, but this time around, she hasn't taken off anywhere. She's sitting right here. Which a cold plus seasonal depression. I mean, a cold trying to kick in plus seasonal depression would explain a lot. You know, insomnia, usually being here and being helpful, except when it actually comes to sitting down and taking what's here and the fantastic ideas she feeds me and translating it. Sometimes the wiring between here and here doesn't always work. So hopefully I will get this cold kicked in the ass, because I have that celebration fic that I have to do for Who at 50. I have the magic fic that I have to do for Who contest. I would really love to do that, because I've noticed nobody's done any of these prompts, and I would like to do the heavy prompt they just came out with. Just came out 2 weeks ago with. So I would love to get these things done. I've got all of them open. Laura, I've got your Supernatural Doctor Who Dark Fic crossover sitting there, but even transcribing is a bit of a problem whenever my head's not, you know, in the game. I was hoping to get it done before the Christmas special, and we got our Dark 11 there, but it looks like I will have to continue to feed the beast even after he's been fixed, which I'll do anyway, but I was hoping to get the jump in before it got moffucked. So that's the news. If you aren't asleep, congratulations. As you can see, it wasn't short. Sorry, you probably shouldn't have clicked play. I will definitely be talking to everybody before the holidays roll around completely and before they conclude. But, you know, just in case, because, you know, today is the apocalypse. Just in case, today is the winter solstice as well as the apocalypse, which explains a lot. I'm sorry, I can see it. You know, some Mayan dude went, okay, I'm going to go on my coffee break. And his supervisor, when he came back, was like, you know what, just leave it as it is. Because I can see in the future just a whole ton of white people freaking out globally. It'll be epic. Just leave it here. Leave it here. It's winter solstice. It's our new year. Just leave it here. So today is not only the apocalypse, it is winter solstice. I know it's towards the end of Hanukkah, but I did want to wish you guys a happy Hanukkah and a Merry Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, and happy solstice, whatever you celebrate, or even if you don't. May this next week be blessed for you all. I'll be sure to be speaking with you very soon, but just in case, do you know, Ange? I will be taking that suggestion, and if we actually manage to live through today, I'm going to be running out tomorrow and screaming, he did it, the doctor saved us again, to the whole entire world, and most likely pissing off my neighbors. So, if you don't hear from me, the neighbors retaliated. I love you guys. Be good to each other. Have a fantastic holiday season, and I'll be talking with you soon. Bye.